Hey everyone, my name is Chloe and I'm super excited to talk to you guys today about positive psychology and how you can implement it in your everyday life to help you overcome challenges and meet your goals. I really hope that this is helpful for you guys, so let me know what your thoughts are. Okay, so I am super excited to talk to you about this, but I do want to explain that I am not a therapist. I am an undergraduate researcher in psychology, so it's what I study, and I did some research in advance of this video to make it more accessible for you guys, and because I think the research that we do in psychology is really cool, I wanted to make sure that it is digestible for everyone to enjoy and let it help them in their lives. Okay, today we're going to talk about self-efficacy. And if you've never heard of that before, it really just means the belief that you can do something, the belief that you can accomplish a task, you can complete a project, be successful. The belief itself is part of self-efficacy. So it's been proven over and over again that that actual belief, if you have a higher level of self-efficacy, you're more likely to achieve your goals. Whether this is in school or work or sports, it's been studied over and over again. So self-efficacy is a real concept. And we might want to think about, okay, how can we improve our own levels of self-efficacy? And for that, we can turn to the psychologist that invented it. His name was Albert Bandura, and he argues that the most effective way to build self-efficacy is through what he calls mastery experiences. So what this means is we're going to break this down into 3 parts so it's easiest to understand. We set the goal, we follow through, and we appreciate it at the end. And this seems pretty self-explanatory, but there is something I want to talk about at the end in part 3 that makes this a little bit more insightful, so definitely stick around for that. But when we're setting a goal, we might need to consider what a goal is. It could be in 5 minutes from now, I'm gonna get off my phone and vacuum the living room. Or it could be at the end of this year, I'm going to save up enough money to buy a house. In that case, we probably need to break it down even further into smaller digestible goals. So the benefit of doing that is we actually have more different ways to build our self-efficacy. Each time we accomplish a smaller broken down task, we're able to appreciate it, which we'll talk more about later, and consequently build our self-efficacy even more. It'll be a gradual increase in confidence in our own abilities, and so it's really the building blocks of increasing your self-efficacy. For me, for example, when I wanted to start a YouTube channel, I had, of course, the end goal of I want to have a successful channel, but I had to break that down even further. So first, my first goal was to sit down and pick an idea, maybe to write a outline for the video. My first goal wasn't even to publish it. We have to break things down even further, like I said, and that'll really help you because you get that sense of accomplishment. So let's go to part 2. Not part 2 in a different video. Like I said, we need that feeling of accomplishment to actually build our sense of self-efficacy. We can be ambitious with our goals, and that is a great way to build our confidence further and increase our self-efficacy. And I think that a really great way to do this is to pick things that are already structured. And what I mean by that is maybe adding a new course or taking on a part-time job in something that we're interested in. That way we have a set of goals that are already there for us. It takes the mental load off of part 1. We just have to accomplish it. And that's a really great way to start getting into this type of mindset if you haven't already. Being real, if you feel like you have a lot of obligations already or you're comfortable with this kind of mindset of accomplishing goals like that, you can move on to something a little bit more ambitious. So pick something that is less structured and more open-ended. This might be something like starting a home project, writing a book, it could be anything. So in this way, you're able to not only build your confidence in your abilities in whatever that skill is, so writing or home decorating, whatever it might be, but you're also able to build a sense of confidence in your ability to set goals that are defined for yourself. So with something that's more open-ended, you're kind of gaining the skill of goal setting. So I think that's a really great way to push yourself and take on a challenge to develop your self-efficacy further. A really important part of this part 2 for Bandura's self-efficacy is to follow through. and it can be kind of problematic if you set goals and you don't meet them, even if they're small. So say over the weekend you decide you want to clean up your bathroom or do your laundry. If you wash your clothes and don't put them away, or get to cleaning your mirror but not to tidying up the shower, that feeling of accomplishment doesn't actually set in, and it can hurt our levels of self-efficacy rather than improve them. So when you set a goal, make sure that it's something that you feel like you can accomplish, and do your best to complete it all the way, and it'll really be gratifying in the end. What I want to make sure of though is I'm not telling you to hustle every day and grind your life away. That's not what I'm here for. I want this to be a breath of relief for you, to take some pressure off. And so when I say you need to accomplish your goals, don't be afraid to alter them or change them to fit what you're really interested in right now. So we're going to talk about this a little bit more at the end, about appreciating goals and how to set ones that are meaningful to you. So let's go ahead and jump into part 3. What does it mean to appreciate your goals? It means to value the effort and energy you put towards accomplishing something. That seems pretty simple, but how often do you actually spend time thinking to yourself, oh, that was really hard work of me to finish cleaning the whole house, or I really did a great job with that assignment, I turned it in on time while I was balancing so many other things, or I went to this networking event and I put myself out there and I'm really proud of myself for doing that. It's pretty simple, it's pretty easy, but I don't think a lot of people, especially in my generation, take enough time to appreciate the things that they put effort in. And I know we can be kind of hard on ourselves, so I want to take time to remind you to be proud of your accomplishments. It'll really help you to believe in yourself in the future. So that really important thing that I mentioned earlier about being able to appreciate your goals, you have to pick goals in the first place that are meaningful to you. So if you're doing something for someone else, or you think that you're doing something for a societal expectation but it's not really that important to you, you're going to have a really hard time appreciating what you accomplished. So the best way to do that is from the beginning, from part 1, when you're setting that goal, really evaluate if this is important to you in your life right now. So like we also talked about earlier, you might have to pivot your goal to match what lines up with your values right now. Say that you set the goal of writing a book, but you actually developed over the year and realized that it's not that important to you to write a book anymore, but you are interested in digital media. So maybe you change and transfer those skills over to starting a blog. And that's a great way to not lose progress on all the work that you've done towards writing a book. The important thing to remember here is if you end up having to change your goal, that's not a bad thing. That's actually a great thing. You're learning a new skill, which is adaptability. And in the future, you can be confident in your ability to change and adapt to new things, new challenges, or new goals that you set for yourself. If you take anything away from this video, I want you to remember to 1, set goals that are meaningful to you, follow through with them as best as you can, and 3, take deliberate, intentional time to appreciate the goals that you have succeeded in. Hopefully, if you do all of that, you'll be able to generally increase your level of self-efficacy and believe in yourself more. I really hope this was helpful for you guys, and I believe in you, so take time to make sure that you are able to believe in yourself to the best of your ability and accomplish the things that you want to in life. It was great talking to you, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey guys, I'm coming at you from my filming setup, and I just wanted to be transparent and touch on the fact that not everything has to be perfect. Obviously, this is not perfect, but I believe in you guys, and whatever you want to put your minds to, just take that first step, even if it doesn't look exactly like you want it to, just like this. But I really had fun making this video, even though it was challenging, so I hope to see you guys next time. Bye.